What's up, everybody? Sports Take, hanging out with you on this Friday. Fridays are set for the Eagles and the Bears. All right, so speaking of the Eagles and the Bears, the Eagles are 9-point favorites in this, guys, in this game. Really no surprise there that they are heavy favorites. The over-under is 48.5. Now, we're supposed to have really blustery kind of conditions. So windy, cold. I didn't see any snow or anything like that in the forecast. So I just think it's Gunner, you're muted, but I think it's just going to be cold and windy. So that's what we're looking at here. Yes.
No snow in the forecast, but I think a high of 26.
Yeah.
The good thing about it is if it's 26, at least you're playing the game at high noon. You know, and now you say, well, it's still cold. Yeah, but 26 at high noon compared to 26 at night.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot different.
That sun being out can help.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 26 at noon, that means it's going to be way colder at night anyway.
Better believe it.
Yep, amen. All right, so with that in mind, let's run through some props. So I'll start with the most basic one here because I believe they will. I think the Eagles cover the 9-point spread. What do you guys think?
I think so also.
I agree. Yeah, I agree on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 19-point spread.
Will it get over? Yeah, I wouldn't either. Will it get over 48.5?
Ooh, over 48.5.
Yep.
Yes.
I think it will too, because I think the Eagles are going to put up 30-something on their own.
Yeah.
And then the Bears, like the Giants, got some late stuff. They got that the touchdown, the 2-point conversion really late that made it 48-22, made it look a little bit more respectable than the game actually was. You know what I mean? But I could see that happening, especially if the Eagles get the subs in there and that kind of thing.
I agree. I think it'll get to the point where the Eagles call off the dogs and Chicago will get a couple of meaningless scores, whether it's a touchdown and a field goal or whatever. Yep. But I definitely think it'll be over 48.5.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
All right, so let's do our own. These are our own made-up props. This isn't from any sports book or anything. We just made up our own, okay?
Yeah.
That I'll hit you guys with. Some are just kind of basic, some are whatever. But I'll start with Jalen Hurts, okay? You guys tell me. Over under 220 passing yards for Jalen. 220 in the air.
Ooh.
I'm going under.
Okay.
I'm going with probably going to be like 180, 190.
Okay.
Simply because they're going to have about 220, 230 on the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Which they got right around what they got last week. Was it 253, something like that? I think they rushed for last week.
Yep, and 253.
A good prop, guys, would probably be how long this game will take, because it'll probably be one of the shortest games this season. Both teams running the rock.
Yeah. Will it be over before 4 p.m. Eastern?
Right. Exactly.
Yes. The game will end at 3:53. Yes.
Right.
That's a fast NFL game. That is.
Yes.
That's legitimately fast.
That's a super fast NFL game.
Okay. Gunner, where are you with the 220 for Jalen in the air?
As much as it pains me, because it is Friday is my day, I am inclined to agree with Mr. Brooks in terms.
Friday is my day?
Friday is my day.
What does that mean?
Friday is my day, which means I do everything I can possibly do not to agree with anything Bear says on Friday.
Okay.
But I am going to make an exception to my rule, and I am going to agree with Mr. Brooks. I think Jalen's passing numbers will be pedestrian-like because they're going to run the ball for a minimum 210, 220 on this defense.
Right.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I think he goes under 2. I think he's right around 200 because there's going to be heavy running, both by him and the running backs. All right. So that'll lead me to stay with Jalen Hurts for a minute. We'll go on the ground now. Does he get over the 100-yard mark on the ground by himself? Just Jalen.
I'm going with the under.
Okay.
I'd say under. I'm going under. He won't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
This will be a backs game.
Yeah.
It'll be another 120, 130-yard game for Miles. Boston Scott will sneak him a couple in there. Miles.
Yep.
Miles.
So what are you looking at? In the 60s, something like that for Jalen?
Yeah, 60, 70.
Yep, that's a good number for him.
Okay.
There'll be a couple of times when Chicago will force him out of the pocket, force him to run. He'll have like 55, 60 yards rushing, but the bulk of the work will be done by the trio of running backs that should have gaping holes to run through.
All right. I like it. All right, I'm going to ask you about a guy who this is assuming he comes back, and there haven't been any setbacks this week. We haven't heard anything. Dallas Goedert, over under 4 receptions for Dallas in his return. 4.
Ooh, I'm going to say over.
Okay.
I'm going to go over.
All right.
I'm going to go over because
I'm going to say it pushes. I think he gets exactly 4.
Okay. I'm going to go. I was going to say 5, but that's why I say I'm going to go over. I think they're going to want to get Dallas acclimated as quick as possible because of the magnitude of the game coming up.
Yeah.
Get him back in game shape. You're playing a defense. It's like playing a practice squad in a lot of ways. I mean, we're sitting here ripping the Bears. Please don't let this be a close game.
Oh, we're. I know the whole city is setting themselves up for just an epic. Oh,
please do not let this be a close game.
And anytime you talk about any pro team the way that we've talked about the Bears this week, you are asking for it, man.
Just like we talked about the Devils yesterday.
Yeah, the Flyers. Yes. Exactly right.
Yes,
exactly right.
Yep. We just knew the Flyers was going to.
Remember the game when the Sixers were playing the Nets without anybody playing? And we were just like, they're going to get rolled. Well,
you see, we have to take into consideration, too, the wind gusts coming off Lake Michigan ain't no joke in Chicago.
That's why I'm going
with short passing game. You get the tight end involved.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going over on the because I don't know either quarterback. Both quarterbacks have good arms. I don't know if either one can throw a deep ball without it floating like a dying quail.
Yeah,
that's why I'm going under. I'm going under with this. I think he gets about 3. I think the leading receiver probably gets at the most 6.
Okay.
6 targets. I mean, 6 catches, not targets. 6 catches.
All right, then I'll stay on that for a minute. Let's go AJ Brown over under 70 yards receiving.
I'll go over with that.
I'll go over. Yeah, I'll go over. He'll kill him on the slant routes.
Yep.
Okay. He's so good after catch. Yeah, he's so good after catch.
That's it right there, Derek.
Yep. Yeah.
He's going to kill him on because it's going to be short passes.
Yep.
Get it to him early, and he makes a little something out of nothing every once in a while. Yeah, so I'm going over also.
All right, like it. All right, who will score the Eagles' first touchdown? Okay. Gunnar, I'll hit you first on this.
You would. First touchdown will be scored by Miles Sanders.
Okay. Am I a good bet considering he's found the end zone 10 times this year and he didn't have any last year?
Yes.
Whatever it is.
The way they're going to run the ball, they're going to run it right down the throat. I say Miles.
Okay. Barrett?
I'm going to go Smitty.
Okay.
Smitty has been a red zone threat the past 3 games. He's found the end zone the past 3 games. So I'm going to go Smitty.
That's a good call.
A little slant pass or something like that, maybe a little pop pass like that little read option that they run with Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders. And, he goes down like he's going to block the linebacker, turns around and a little stop route, opens up right there, catches it. So I'm saying that's that he scores the first one.
All right, I'm going to get a little creative on you guys here.
Okay.
Britton Covey on a punt return.
Get the heck out of here.
Boom.
All right, get the heck
out of here. If I get that right, there better be some love Monday. There better be some serious love Monday if I get that.
No, there's no question you're going to get love, man. In fact, we're going straight to purchase some lottery tickets. Then I'm taking you all the way up to Oceans to gamble.
All right,
I might send you some ribs if that happens.
Oh, okay.
I said, Mike
could get me some ribs. All
bro,
right.
I'm taking him in the Oceans. He's about to win us a whole lot of money.
I'm gonna go on like a Rain Man.
Yeah, Rob. I might even let you use my suite. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Good. Go Britain. Let's go, man. All right. First sack of the game. Now the odds-on favorite would be Reddick because he has the most sacks, but there's a lot to choose from here because these guys are pretty close.
Josh Sweat. I'll say Sweat.
Sweat's a good call. Good call, Barrett.
I'm gonna go Hargrave up the middle, and it's gonna be like he's running the ball. He's just gonna be trying to escape, and Hargrave gets him on a redirect.
I like that. You would think that with his elusiveness, that he hasn't been sacked much this year. He's been sacked 40 times.
Yeah, he's been getting crushed.
That's right.
Yeah, because a couple things happen, right? Number one, they don't have a great offensive line, but number two, he's back there at times trying to buy time. He's not always just taking off.
Like Carson Wentz.
And if there's good coverage, which I anticipate the Eagles' corners being able to handle their receivers, right? He's not going to have anybody to throw to. They're going to get some sacks on Sunday.
Yes.
I don't think they aren't because this guy's quick and elusive.
Plus,
I think
look at the receivers, man. They don't have good receivers like N'Keal Harry.
Yeah,
Formerly with first round pick from
the Patriots.
Pats, yeah.
He has done nothing in his career.
No, he's been a total bust.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Claypool playing?
As far as I know.
He didn't practice as of yesterday.
So I don't know if he's even playing.
Boy, what a disaster that receiving core is if he doesn't play.
But there's another St. Brown over there.
There is, but
Yeah,
he's not Amon.
Equiminius. There's a reason why Green Bay let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a guy.
So.
You know what I mean? He's not. His brother's a beast. He's just kind of a guy. All right, I like that. Over under on the total sacks. I'm setting it at 3.5.
Up over.
Okay. Wow.
You should have set that around 5.
You should have said 6.
Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely going over on that one. They may have 3. They may have 3 in the first quarter.
Wow. All right. Okay. I'll swing it back to Devontae. I know, Barrett, you had him scoring the first one. Let's go catches for him. 5.
Ooh. I'm a push. That'll be a push.
All right. Right on the number. Right on the nose. Gunner.
I'm going over. I'm
Okay.
going to go over. He had 6 last game. AJ had 6 last. They both had, 6 apiece last game?
Yeah.
I'm going to go over. I'll say over. Which is a push considering how many times they could run the ball compared to throwing the ball. I'm still going to go over.
Well, we should be making sure we count for this because this will be a segment every Friday because I like this.
Yeah.
See?
This is Gunner's idea.
Yeah. We should. You should take note on, and then go back on Monday or Tuesday and see who was.
We could do that. Yeah. No, we could definitely do that, man.
Yeah.
All right. So this one, I'm going to set at rushing attempts for the Eagles as a team. Okay. I'll give you a little just parameter. So last week they had 31 rushing attempts against the Giants for 253 yards. They averaged 8.2 yards per carry, and they scored 4 rushing touchdowns. All right. That was last week. I'm going to set it slightly above on the attempts at 33.5. Will they have more or less?
Going with the over.
Over.
More.
Practicing what I'm preaching.
Okay.
Yep. More. Got to go more. Yep.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Okay.
Hey,
all right.
hey, Fitness Rebel has one for you.
Yeah, where is it?
It was earlier. The over under on what's in Rob's red Solo cup. wait, Barry. What do you think's in there?
Water.
Water? I'm gonna say milk. He's like the all-American boy.
No milk.
No milk.
Maybe it's vodka. Maybe it's gin. You guys don't know just because it's clear.
It's water.
Maybe it's stateside.
Well, cheers,
Maybe it's
baby.
stateside.
It's noon somewhere.
Man.
I had some stateside yesterday.
Xander said Cheerios in the cup.
That's right. I have done that. Like if I'm going on a car ride, I'll load up. I'll put them either in a sandwich bag or in here. Stick them in the console and just
hold up, man.
I do that all the time.
Of dry Cheerios when you're driving.
Yeah, yep.
Rob, he ain't changed a bit, bro. It's 4:00 in the morning. We pull up. We're at work, man. All of a sudden, we finish all our meetings, everything, and it's usually around 4:50, 5 o'clock. I look over. It's a little sandwich bag. He's got a little sandwich bag.
Yep, that's what I would do.
Like a chipmunk.
Well, here's where this is where I am like, Rain Man, as my wife and daughter call me. I walk into Screwballs, and our Barrett knows Luke. Luke's our guy, our waiter, server.
Yeah,
does a great
Luke,
job. He's awesome. He's awesome. He walks in. He's like,
yeah,
he knows what my order is right away. Like Barrett, you took. Yeah, we all take care of him. But as soon as I walk in, he's like, he knows I want either one of two things. He's like, plain steak with ketchup. I'm like, my man.
No cheese on it.
No cheese.
Wait. What do you get?
I get plain steak with ketchup and fries.
So it's not a cheesesteak.
It's not a cheesesteak.
It's
no mayo, nothing.
Just ketchup. Yeah. So
Wait,
I
you
either
don't,
get that,
you don't like mayo,
or I get the wings. Mayo. But he knows as soon as I walk in, and he laughs, goes back to the kitchen. And,
Rob, hold up, Rob.
It's so bad. Look, I know the way.
Dry cheesesteak.
Yes, I know for a fact that every time it comes in, I know the cook comes out and says,
what? Yeah, who that weirdo's here again? Yep.
Wait a minute, man. Dry meat on dry bread, and that's it?
Well, no, ketchup. Ketchup's in there.
With ketchup?
Yeah, give you a little something in there.
You're that dude. You're probably a dude that puts ketchup on a steak?
No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I actually don't even really need steak sauce on a steak. I just like it. I like the taste of the steak.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll dip it if there's something, but I'm not. No, I like my steak.
My oldest daughter's husband's mom, she has to have a steak well done, and she puts ketchup on it.
I do like well done. I don't like ketchup. Yeah.
No, man, you got to have a steak medium, bro. You got to have a medium.
Christy says the palate of a second grader. She's not wrong.
That's true. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
That is such a perfect description.
Chris is correct. Yeah, it's. I know.
I'm
getting killed now. Here we go. Why do I even bring this stuff up?
Wait,
I brought this up.
Rob, hold up, man. So
no cheese,
no fried onions, no mushrooms, nothing on your cheese.
I get pickles on the side.
Huh?
Yeah, pickles on the side. Yeah, I don't like mixing. I don't need mixing. I don't need to mix all the time. You know what I mean?
Dude, I gotta have that cheese just melted on that steak, man. Some fried onions on there.
I can eat it with cheese. I just prefer not to. All right.
Like Rob be the guy. Like we go to an expensive restaurant, Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
And everybody else is getting all these lavish dishes. He'll say, I'll take the kids' spaghetti.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
I get spaghetti bolognese. That's what I like. The meat sauce.
Give me the pasta with no sauce on it, please.
No. I like sauce. But I am that guy. I'm a fine, just like a fine wine, or like some real expensive like IPA beer is wasted on me. Just give me a light beer and let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need all this stuff. Like, here we go. I'm a serial killer. I do eat like a nut. I do eat like a nut.
How in the world do you grow up in the cheesesteak capital of America?
And my parents ate normal. Like, they were normal. Yes. It's not them. It's me.
Tony Luke's, Geno's, Pat's, Jim's, D'Alessandro's. And you eat a dog. If I was the owner of a cheesesteak shop and I knew you, I would have your picture on the wall. Yes. You would not get in the building.
You'd be like, here he comes.
Yes. Don't let him in here. If you let him in here, you're fired. That's what I would
post office back in the day. Most wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Man. Dang, man.
All right. Well, that was fun with the over-unders here.
You can tell he gets experimental. He might have the little donuts. He might bring the little donuts for breakfast too. He'll pop a little bite.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, Rob is a certified psychopath.
I don't know. You notice I'm not putting up a fight. You guys are all right. It's true.
I don't take this personal, Rob. But
I don't.
No, wait. Don't take this statement personal. But you will never, ever, 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 ever go to a restaurant with me. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it.
I like this with Chris D.
What?
Rob here. I will send my son's old separator plate when his food was categorized. Couldn't touch each other.
I did that one thing. You guys know this. So I was with Barrett's old partner, my old partner Harry Mays. I was so when we did radio together, I used to drive him nuts with the way I would eat, like you guys. So they bought me at the station a separator plate for Thanksgiving, and I had like the turkey, the mashed potatoes, whatever, stuffing, veggies, all in their own little separator spot. And I sent a picture out. It's still out there somewhere. I sent it out maybe like 5-6 years ago. It's out there somewhere.
You're really one of these people your foods can't touch? Are you really one of these people?
I mean, I'll still eat it, but I prefer it doesn't touch. Yeah.
Can we get your daughter on here for just a second? Can we get her on here?
Thank God. Yeah.
Where's Maggie? God. Maggie, can you get on here, please?
Thank God.
Maggie,
my son's like still. By the way, it's like 1:30. He's still in bed, which is great. He's home from college. I mean, it's awesome.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do.
It's unbelievable. All right, so a couple other little odds and
Rob
ends
just
here.
eats to live. I'm convinced Rob just eats to live.
That was the old, like, people like really look forward, like, oh my God, dinner, blah, blah, blah. And I'm kind of like, all right, I guess I got to eat something here. Like it's, but yeah, it's true. All right. So Sixers tonight, Warriors. Now they get a break because Steph Curry's not playing. Okay. So he injured his shoulder. Thankfully, he doesn't need surgery or anything like that. He's out. So they won't face him. The other reason this game should be a Sixers win, Golden State's 2-13 on the road. They stink on the road.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think maybe, although it's hard to say, they won it last year, but it's just starting to run its course a little bit with Draymond. I mean, I don't know what the whole story is, but they're kind of a mess here on the road. So that's tonight. And I will say this, for all the complaining we do with Embiid, with some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, he is playing extremely well of late. He's averaging like 35 points per game over his last 5 games. The rebounding numbers are there. He's playing well. But the trouble is, you're not looking at Maxey for 3 more weeks, somewhere around there, maybe longer. So we're not going to get a chance to see these guys playing or, together. So Sills, Rod eats a soft pretzel with a fork. I'm not that bad. I am not that bad. I am not that. I'm bad. I'm not that bad. Like I don't use like a fork and knife to eat pizza. I don't do that. I'm not.
Yes, you do.
No,
yeah,
I swear
do.
I don't. I honest to God, I don't. I'm not like that. I'm not weird. Like I'm not afraid to touch stuff with my own hands. I'm not like that. I'm not Howie Mandel. You know what I mean?
Do you wear plastic gloves when you eat?
I wear like I'm getting a haircut. I wear a smock. I have gloves on. No, I don't.
But hold on. Listen to this. Now I'm using I'm going to use Rob's company and Mike.
Pro Action Restoration. Yeah.
Pro Action Restoration. So I'm using Mike, right? and
Mike Mack is the boss. Yeah.
Mike says, yeah. So Rob, I'm like, yeah. Well, that means if Rob, you're around Rob every day. That means I owe you money right now.
I've been out many a time with Mac. Mac knows a lot where some of the bodies are buried. I will just tell you that. So you might get some information, Barrett. I'll just leave it at that. I will tell you that.
Right.
Yeah, Mac's a fun dude to be out with. I will tell you that. He is a fun dude to be out with.
Hey, Rob,
both of the mics did. Both of the mics said it.
Yeah, exactly. A pretty good question here from Chris. Give me your thoughts on approaching Dawn Staley for head coach if we get bounced in the second round again. Chris, I will tell you, I think that they will absolutely explore that.
Absolutely.
With her.
Mm-hmm.
They're poised. Her South Carolina squad is poised to win it again. They're really good again. They're at that point, she will have, I think, 3. I don't know what else she has to prove at that level. And she absolutely should be given a chance. 100%. I would be in favor of it. That's just me. Yeah.
How would players respond? So that's the big key.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Respect, though. It'd be respect factor would be there.
Like Becky Hammond did a really good job with the Spurs. Now she left to go run her own show in the WNBA. I don't blame her, but by all accounts, they respected her. Like, and again, I know it's different when you're an assistant versus the head coach. I get that, but that's a good question, Gunner. Like, it's a real question. It's not a PC answer. It's hard to say. Some guys won't be on board.
Exactly. Yeah. There could be unnecessary friction, stuff that you take from men. Would players take from a woman? It's a fair question.
Yep.
It's 2022, but there's still some Neanderthal mentalities out there.
Yep.
I wonder how that would work out. I think she deserves a chance based on what she's done as a head coach, period. But let's face it. I mean, organizations have to take that into consideration.
Yeah. Well, you better know your personnel, KYP, right? And Fitness Rebel had her as a coach when she was a kid. And you're right. I mean, she is a take no BS kind of person. Make no mistake. Okay. But you also, in all seriousness, you better know your people, because if there's going to be, 2 or 3 detractors, what happens in your locker room. And, I wish we were past this stuff. You know what I mean?
I do really too, but unfortunately we're not.
Yeah.
Just like we're not past racism in America. It's 2022.
Nope.
There's a lot of things that went on 50 years ago that still go on today. You know what the difference is? People are a lot better at hiding it because social media has sent a lot of people into hiding. It's not that they've changed their beliefs. It's that they disguise it a lot better.
Yep.
But I will say this, at least you get held accountable more so than you did back then.
True.
Yeah, it's true.
But Barrett, that's true. But let's look at the NFL. Since the Rooney Rule, we're still sitting here talking about it. Rooney Rule went into effect in 2008, 2009. Yet we still have very, very passionate, hardcore conversations about why the playing field isn't still equal for front office and coaches in the NFL. 2022.
Yeah, you have Bieniemy, guys like that. I do think D'Amico Ryans will get a shot, but if D'Amico Ryans doesn't, there's clearly something going on here.
Does D'Amico Ryans deserve a shot before Eric Bieniemy?
I would say no. The only thing I would couch it with is if the coach is looking for a defensive guy over an offensive guy, maybe that changes the equation. Forget about color for a minute. I'm just saying, like, if it came down to you have a preference of one over the other, that might change things a little bit.
Yeah, but
I think we go too heavy on the offensive side, personally.
Yeah. Well, see,
that's not even a race thing. But
that was my next statement, is that most teams are looking for that next innovative offensive mind.
Yep.
I hear
more
you.
so than defense.
That's why Steichen will be a lot more of a hot ticket than even Gannon.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Steichen deserve a job before Bieniemy? Bieniemy's been doing it for 7-8 years.
No,
right.
I hear you. The answer to me is no, but the only thing I would say too is I don't know what happens when you're sitting down in front of these guys and there's an interview. I just don't know, and I
don't know. Maybe it's a bad interview.
It's an honest answer. I mean, people of all races could be bad at interviewing. Or
well, you know, that's true too. I mean, look at Deuce Staley. I mean, does Deuce deserve a shot at the head coach? Why doesn't he get more looks? You know, think about it. Maybe he's not good interviewing. Maybe he's too honest.
That's
one thing about Deuce. He is honest.
That's something else. Yeah, some people are too blunt. Period. Like some people don't have the ability to play the game.
No,
meaning kowtow.
You're so right about that.
You know, kiss butt. Like a guy like Seth could never sit there in front of an owner and be like, I agree. I'm not going to be aggressive. Like, come on, that's just not who he is.
No,
you know,
Seth is going to be who he is as long as there's day and night. Seth is going to be who he is. Now, he knows the game. I don't think he would be any worse as a linebacking coach or some kind of defensive coach than the multitudes that are already there. But Seth ain't gonna play the game.
No, and I don't think Deuce has it in his. Like, I don't know. He might have, and I don't know this. This is just total hypothetical speculation, whatever. He might have sat down with the Eagles and Jeffrey and Howie, and he basically said, "Hey, I'm running the show, man." Deuce might have said something like that, and we know that that's not the case. Howie has a lot of input. So does Jeffrey. So some of this depends on who your owner is and who the guy in front of you is too.
Dan Sileo makes a great point. Yeah, Dan, it's a question. If you look at Sileo's statement here, there's a problem with the Rooney Rule. Yes. And why is there still a problem in 2022 when it looked good on paper when it was implemented in 2008?
Yeah.
And like Barrett said, you're held accountable more so now because of social media. But are you really? Because the owners continue to do what they're doing. Basically, the owners have said, you can say what you want to say about us as long as you want to say it about. We're still going to run the team the way we want. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about
it. Just look at Indianapolis.
And you saw what he said. It shouldn't be a pecking order. It should be best man available.
Yeah.
It's true. True.
When you look at Bieniemy don't take stuff, man. Not even for Patrick Mahomes. You see the battles, the streamer said, you see the battles between those two on the sideline. It depends on what your flavor is as an organization, too.
Yep.
But Barrett, I will ask you this. I agree with you 100%, but I would ask you this. So what's wrong with Bieniemy getting in the quarterback's face? Okay? Because if you cower to him, then how are other players going to respect you? If you don't stand your ground, number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, people applaud Tom Brady for being passionate, yelling at people up and down the sidelines. You got him on mic, yelling at people up and down the sidelines. Quarterbacks do it all the time.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the coach doing it?
No.
Nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying Barrett said there's something wrong. I'm just saying that has to be taken into consideration because you're right, Barrett. Some organizations might think, well, he's a little bit too forward.
A little too animated for me.
For what we're looking for. Why? If he gets the results, so what's the problem if he gets the results?
Well, but that's also part of the problem. People are worried about perception and window dressing rather than what the real substance is for the person. I mean, I'll give you another one that it's unrelated to race, but for years, if you were a special teams coach, you had no chance.
Yep.
You had to go. Remember John Harbaugh had to jump over and coach D-backs for a year before he could even get considered. That's nonsense. I mean, you tell me a guy like John Harbaugh with all the years he had put in,
exactly,
couldn't have made that leap.
No question about it.
But there's definitely a lot of issues for sure.
Special teams coordinators, they don't get those considerations unless you move.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, the old boys network in the NFL won't be broken for many, many years. You have too many old boy network in the NFL.
Yep.
And who knows? I don't know if the playing surface will ever be equal. I mean, if with the amount of pressure that has been put on from the media, electronic media, print media for years about this topic, and there's still not substantial movement, I don't think there ever will be, because the NFL basically has told you, we're going to do what we want to do. It's my toy.
Yeah.
I can pick whoever I want to pick to play with it.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
Exactly right. Good discussion there. We're going to hit it. We're going to come back. We'll continue talking NFL. We'll dig a little bit more into the game last night and how Brock Purdy's looking for the 49ers. Update on the Jets quarterback situation, Ravens, NFL power rankings, best games also of week 15, 2:30. Dan Koob from Sport Trade. We'll dig in on some of the big matchups with him and see where they are going with the betting lines. So don't go anywhere. Barrett Brooks, Derek Gunn, Rob Ellis, we're Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. All right, I want to tell you right now about Razor Technology. Razor Technology's comprehensive managed service provider solution delivers constant monitoring, on-demand assistance, and rapid issue resolution. Through data-vetted and insight-driven implementation, they strengthen your existing IT resources with both human power and expertise that reduces security risks and downtime while enhancing organizational efficiency and productivity. They are a strategic resource for adaptive and fast-growing companies that need help selecting, implementing, and managing their IT services. Their goal is bigger than one project, one problem, or one upgrade. It's improving the overall functioning of our partners and helping them achieve their business objectives through an ongoing synergistic relationship. Give your IT team the freedom to refocus by augmenting their reach with Razor Technology. Call Razor Technology today to learn how their managed services can protect and enhance your business by calling 866-797-3282, 866-797-3282, or visit them online at razor-tech.com. That's razor-tech.com.
Post-game show with Seth Joyner.
I knew that they had a running game.
Derek Gunn.
He has put in the effort.
Devin Caney.
Had we not won the Super Bowl, what would we be saying?
And Mike Missanelli.
Well, you know who Philly is.
Post-game, now streaming on the 6ABC family of apps.